Good afternoon, family. It's your brother E. Here once again to spread some positivity. So, today, I want to talk about how doubt can be our worst enemy and how belief can be our best friend. I'm driving in the complex to where it's a residence I want, a new property. It has an extra room in which I can put my weights and a treadmill in so I can stay working out during this pandemic, right? As of now, I only have a 1-bedroom apartment and I do my cardio outside, and I've been doing it outside for like the past year, hardcore. So much that I've hurt my foot and I feel my knees starting to hurt from the impact of always running on the pavement. So now I want to get a place to where I can put a treadmill in, because the treadmill will be at least a little bit more cushioned for my cardio. I came to this place and applied for the property. I think it was yesterday. And so it's such a nice and hot property that it's probably going to be competition as to who get it. So I filled out the application. I'm hoping I can get it, because I looked at several other properties and this is one of the ones that I really like out of the other properties I looked at. It's in the location I like. It's a little bit higher than what I want to pay per month, but I can do it. But it would suit me for the workout room, and the living room is beautiful. So when I shoot videos for the channel, I think it's going to be a very good look. So I'm really hoping that I will get selected for this property. So what I'm doing, I'm driving around it because I want to take you guys on a journey with me as we put God to the test, right? So it was a story in the Bible about the people of Israel. So after Moses and the Israelites had been freed from slavery from the Egyptians, this one Moses that we saw on the movie The 10 Commandments, Moses kept going to the Pharaoh saying, God said, let my people go. Right? And he had to go back about 10 times, and God had to do all this stuff for the Pharaoh to eventually let the people go. He had to send blood in the water. He had to kill the cattle. He ended up killing the firstborn of all the sons and the cattle, and that's what prompted Pharaoh to really let them people go. And so after Pharaoh let them go, the Egyptian citizen said, why you do that? So Pharaoh changed his mind and went chasing after God's children to the Red Sea. And that's when we got the story of God splitting the Red Sea, the Israelites walking through, and then once the Egyptians pursued, the Red Sea closing. And all this is historical fact if you don't believe in the Bible, but it is history. So God promised the Israelites that he was going to give them their own land, the promised land, which was Canaan. And this place was flowing with milk and honey. In other words, it was good for food and harvesting and for just a pleasant life. Kind of like if we envision like Hawaii or somewhere beautiful and plush, right? So before they went in to the promised land, because the promised land was already occupied by people living there, so they was going to have to fight for it in this time. But God had told them that it would be theirs. So what Moses did, because he was such a great leader, he did recon. He sent 12 men out to spy or survey the land, to scout out the land. And they went to Canaan, and they scouted it out for 40 days. And man, this place was beautiful. And it was very plentiful. They had cut down the cluster of grapes, and the grapes were so large This before we used the genetic processing of fruits and stuff. The grapes were naturally so large that it took 2 men to carry them back so Moses could see them. So what happened was they knew that the land was perfect for dwelling, perfect for living, perfect for raising their families. It was perfect, but it was occupied by these huge humans. So imagine the average woman is like what, 5'4", between 4'4", 5'5", 5'6". The average man like 5'9". Imagine as average people going into a land where everybody like 6'6" and up, and they all swollen. So out of the 12 spies, 10 of them were terrified. They went back and said, Moses, this land is amazing, but the people who occupy, they're huge. They'll crush us. We're like grasshoppers in their sights. And it terrified the people. They didn't want to go get what was promised to them. So what happened was, it was 2 spies or 2 scouts who gave a good report. The first 10 doubted. They doubted that they can do it, even though God had said it would happen. The last 2 believed that they can take the land, even though their enemies or the inhabitants were way bigger than them, but because God had said so. So Caleb and Joshua, Caleb was an older man, Joshua was a younger man. They both came back and said, the land is everything God promised, and not only that, it's ready for us to go take it. Right? I mean, they went against all logical reasoning, and they stood on a belief in the power of God. And guess what? God let them inhabit the land. They eventually got Canaan. But the 10 men who doubted, them and their families died and never stepped foot in it. But Caleb and Joshua were the only 2 in their families, from those 12 men and their families, to dwell in that promised land. But it took them 40 years to get there because of doubt and complaining. It took them 40 years of wandering, a process or a journey that would have took 11 days. It would have took 11 days. But because of their own doubt, their own disbelief, their own complaining, they became their worst enemies and ended up dying without ever having their promises fulfilled. But the ones who believed, they had to endure for a long time before that promise came to pass. But the promise came to pass. So, ladies and gentlemen, this property is beautiful. I believe it's mine. I believe it's everything I need for this season in my life. To be able to work out at home, since the gyms are currently closed, and to be able to make more videos for the channel that hopefully provides positivity and inspiration to your life and the life of others, and it also encourages me as much as we listen to it and watch it. So next time I go around, I'm gonna get out and I'm gonna take the camera phone with me, and I'm gonna walk past it just so you guys can like see the outside. And then when I move in, probably get everything situated, I'm gonna do a follow-up video. Right? So you might not know me personally, or you might not believe in God for whatever reason, but this is just a real life test for you and me to see if he gonna come through on my behalf. Alright. So I'm gonna let this car pass, and I'm gonna get out and park, and I'm gonna walk past it. I hope I ain't trespassing. Then it's a community, so I shouldn't have no issues. But I'm a person, I don't like attention, so it's weird carrying a phone. But hey, I'm fulfilling my calling. I'm fulfilling my calling. I'm using this to fulfill my purpose of speaking inspiration, so that God can get the praise and God can be known throughout the world to those who believe and don't believe. So we all can make the determination for ourselves. I just gotta find parking real quick. The light parking is taken. I should have parked earlier. All right, here go one. Reverse in. All right, y'all bear with me. I don't know how to edit videos yet, so that's why I'm not just gonna pause it and then do that, because I'll have to lose and I won't know how to get it done. So y'all just bear with me. Y'all bear with me, guys. Alright. So yeah, it don't look like much on the outside, but that property is beautiful on the inside. It is beautiful to me. Alright. Alright, guys. Put my mask on. Y'all bear with me still? Alright, how we gonna do this? Alright. Alright. Here we go, guys. Alright. Y'all bear with me. Here we go. It's down this way. Here we go. Now I want to show other people stuff. Here we go, guys. Thank y'all for bearing with me. We got to go and possess the land. And just as I'm claiming this property, what you claiming this week? God gonna provide for you. Alright, so here we go. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Here it is. I even see that the screen door is open. Alright, so I'm gonna block the address out, but y'all can make it out probably. That's it. That's it. This is our new property. Alright, God, I thank you that it's mine. Alright. So, whatever you want to do, whatever you believe in for, whatever your promise is, go claim it, go get it. Don't doubt. Go get it. Don't be our own worst enemy. Let's be our best friend. Let's believe. Let's try something new today. Even if we done doubted in the past, let's hit that switch and believe now. Let's change our mind and believe now. Even if we've been believing for something and it hasn't happened yet, keep believing. Believe even stronger. Believe even more, because it will come to pass. All right? So, look, it's a good day. All right? So, I love y'all. God bless y'all. I'm finna get back in this car and head home to my current residence. And you guys keep the faith and know that you can have your promised land. All right? I love you. I love you, 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 all right? And the Lord loves you more. Y'all part in that. You can do it, 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 you can do it. This is going to be a wonderful week. This is going to be an awesome year, regardless of what's going on in the world that we can't change and have no control over. Individually, on the inside of us, it's going to be awesome. And God going to manifest on the outside. All right? Love y'all. Take care. Out.